Hey everybody, welcome back to Keto Wizards. It's Brian.
I'm May. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Yes.
Right? And as we promised, we have a ton of Christmas cookie recipes coming straight at you guys.
Yes. One of the things that we like to do here at Keto Wizards is to take one of those delicious comfort foods that you grew up with or that bring good memories to, but they're not necessarily the healthiest thing in the world that you're supposed to eat. So we are gonna make it without sugar, without gluten, and make it so that you can still enjoy it for the holidays.
Yeah, that's what we call food alchemy, right?
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Definitely. This one is based on one of my favorite cookies, which my sister-in-law makes, which is called a Pecan Sandy. That's what she calls it.
Right, you might also know it as a snowball.
As a snowball. So they are gonna be round, like a snowball.
Like a snowball.
And they're gonna be rolled in powdered sugar, and they're gonna look just beautiful on a plate.
Right, we call it amazeballs.
Amazeballs.
Can we use that? Is that okay to say?
I don't know. I guess we will.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
You guys will let us know in the comments if that was okay, right?
Oh, speaking of commenting, while you're at it, and since you're here, you know, go ahead and can you like this video?
Yes, please. Please like the video.
And subscribe too.
Definitely subscribe.
Not...
Because you're going to want to come back. You're going to want to see the next cookie video for sure.
We have got some good ones lined up for you guys. So, But we are going to make the Keto Pecan Sandy snowballs today. So what we're going to start with today is we're going to do half a cup of room temperature butter. So that's going to be a stick of unsalted room temperature butter. And we are going to use the Kerrygold grass-fed butter there.
Right. And then we have 2/3 cup of a keto sweetener, and we're using monk fruit today, right?
Yes.
And so we're basically going to cream the butter and the sugar together. Very important step when making nice, beautiful pecan sandies.
Yes. And make sure your butter is room temperature or it's gonna
do that.
Once you cream your butter and your sweetener, we're also going to add some almond flour. We've got
1 2/3 cups.
1 2/3 cup almond flour. We're also adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is a Madagascar bourbon.
Yeah, that smells pretty good.
Yeah, that's just your vanilla extract. And then a pinch of salt. I probably have about a half a teaspoon of salt there. And we're gonna mix those up. Probably need a bigger bowl next time.
All right, so basically what we're trying to mix this in by hand because, see, the nice, comforting, warmth, gentle touch of her hands are going to create that soft butter that we need for this recipe. Because honestly, we probably should have taken the butter out of the refrigerator just a smidge quicker. But as you can see, it is actually starting to form into a dough. Slowly and surely. The other thing too is that if your dough is still too crumbly, we can add in just a little bit of almond milk.
Which I'm probably gonna do.
Or as I like to refer to it as a almond rehydrator. If you'd like more almond jokes, please make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We have plenty of almond jokes.
There's always plenty of almond jokes. All right, so our dough was a little dry, so we added about a teaspoon of almond milk in it to make it a little softer. So you've got basically a ball of dough here now. and that's when you add your pecans.
Right. So we have some finely chopped pecans. We have just 1 cup.
1
right?
cup. We processed them a little bit in the food processor, but if you want to hand chop them, that's fine too.
Yeah, good luck with that. I find that the nuts just go everywhere. There's nuts over there, there's nuts over there, there's nuts everywhere.
How's that dough look?
It looks good enough to eat right now. All right.
So once your dough is incorporated with your pecans, I'm using my handy dandy scooper here.
Right.
But you want to scoop, well, I'm doing a little more than a tablespoon here, but if you aim for like a tablespoon, you're gonna get like a 1-inch diameter snowball. And I'm scooping these out while Ryan rolls them up into little balls. But I like the cookie scoop because it keeps the sizes consistent, so they cook nice.
Cook nice and even and all at the same time. It's very, very cool. It's nice. It's good.
It's good. And you want these about 2 inches apart once you're ready
2
to
inches?
bake. Yeah.
Are they gonna spread out that much?
They shouldn't, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them in the freezer for a bit. And we'll preheat our oven while they're in the freezer. So that should reduce the spreading. We want these nice and round like little snowballs.
Right, and this time of year, we're always concerned about reducing the spreading.
Buttery, nutty goodness.
It's getting difficult to keep these 2 inches apart.
I don't know.
Oop. Do we need a tape measure to make sure that these are actually 2 inches apart? Or are we just gonna roll with it?
Now you're just doing this to entertain me, aren't you?
That's right. Figure as long as I entertain you, I'm not gonna get fired.
How is this setup working here, dude? Seriously.
What? It was looking good to me.
Brian's not the baker, he's the griller.
Oh yeah. He's the smoker. He's the joker.
I'm a smoker, not a baker. Some people might think those are the same thing, but they're actually not.
Midnight toker?
No, smokers and bakers.
All right, so if you were using a tablespoon to measure these out, you would have gotten maybe about 20. We used our little 1-ounce cookie
Little
scoop, so we have
scooper.
about 18. You can put these on parchment if you like, but I've got my silicone Silpat that I love that I've had. This is a 20-year-old Silpat, so
Wow.
it's nice and seasoned, and I love it. So that's what we're gonna use. We're gonna take these right now and we're gonna put them in the freezer for about 15 minutes.
15 minutes, yep.
So that they reduce the spreading when we put it in the oven, so they can stay nice and round in little snowballs.
Yay! Are we gonna throw them at people?
I'm gonna throw them at you.
All right, so we have our Pecan Sandies.
Yes, our little snowballs have been in the freezer for about 40-50 minutes. We're gonna throw them in the oven right now while they're still cold, so
We
we
got
can
them
keep
at 375.
375. We're gonna go about 14-15 minutes,
Right.
just based on the size of these. We're gonna make sure they're cooked all the way through. We don't want them overcooked. And halfway through the baking, we're gonna rotate the pan. So we'll see in a few minutes. Ailing the pecan goodness. Are you one with the cookie?
I am one with the cookie.
Are you one? You're one with one of the cookies, apparently. 'Cause I think we counted 18, and there is only 17 on this. Okay. So we're going to coat our cookies in some confectioner sugar. We've got some powdered swerve that we're using here.
Right?
And we're just gonna sift it down so that it is nice and soft and not clumpy, because these cookies are still slightly warm. They were in for a total of 14 minutes, and then we let them cool for a few minutes. They're probably still a little warm. So we are gonna toss them while they're warm and put them on the cookie sheet. How do they feel? Oh, not too bad. And that is it. And if you want a little more sugar on there, let them cool completely, and you can roll them again if you want like a double layer. If you're feeling kind of sweet. So these are fairly crumbly.
Yeah, do handle with care.
As you can see, is evidenced by one of the missing cookies.
What do you mean missing cookies? They're all here. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't be filling people's heads full of nonsense.
I do what I want.
I'm innocent, I tell you. I'm not going to complain.
See how golden brown they are on the bottom, though. You don't want them much darker than that.
And so doing these when they're still a little bit warm, it's going to help keep the powdered sugar kind of attached to it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the sweetener and the butter act as like a bonding.
Just like when I was a kid making snowballs.
They are snowballs.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they're called snowballs.
All right, so we're going to let those completely cool off, and then we're going to maybe put a little bit more sugar on them.
Yeah, yeah, right? Sure. Are you ready to try the Pecan Sandies Snowball?
Yes, I'm ready to try one of these for the first time.
For the first time.
For the first time.
For the first time. All right. Well, I can't wait to try this. Oh, it's big.
All right, give this a shot.
That's really good. There's a lot more saltiness in there. It's a lot like a shortbread. Like it's got that like buttery,
right? Yeah,
salty. I got sugar on my lips.
So what's really good about these is I think the nuttiness from the pecan really goes well.
It's not too sweet.
It's not too sweet, and even with the decent amount of powdered sugar we put on here, it's not overly sweet.
It is pretty crumbly.
It is a little crumbly, as you can see. What's nice too is that honestly these are still just a little like warm, and they're really nice warm.
I think we got a winner here though. So if you got a cookie exchange this year, try these.
Definitely bring those.
Pecan Sandy Snowballs and enjoy. And please like and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell, and we will see you in our next cookie video.